Hi and welcome back to my playthrough of HEXplore It, the Valley of the Dead King. So far so good. I'm relatively certain I won't be doing this particular playthrough for too long because we are simply running out of food. And so far we really didn't get any more gold. There is one thing I could have done differently. Instead of getting one of these luck stones, I could have bought 2 food, but I don't think that this would have significantly changed our situation. One thing I did notice though, and no one made me aware, so it's all on you. I think there was the very first round when we moved cautiously, we did roll the 1 for the tree ends. I played it that we could ignore it, but no, in addition you may discard the circumstance you roll this turn. And this is what I did. So I think I will do that now. And likewise, I think we also rolled for the Bone Legion here. So I think we have to discard them both. Let's start with this one here. This was from round 1, I believe, as far as I remember. Thugs. This isn't terrible, and the second one was this one. Someone told me my cards are warping. It's really not that bad. No, it's okay. That happens. Fisherman's Luck. Okay, I think we have found some good items here. I was thinking about using my luck stone to discard and redraw up to 3 open circumstances. So I could actually do that to get rid of the Living Storm and or the Will of Wisp. I think, and this is how I will play it, I will have to announce it, basically the discard, before I do anything else. And I think I will do that. So I will discard the luck stone here to basically get rid of both of those. Much worse things could come out, don't get me wrong, but I like the thugs. I would love to encounter those folks. So let's start with a 5. Oh, affliction. Yeah, that is bad. These afflictions are bad. I think, yeah, if we are rolling somewhere else and... okay, it was worse. A young dragon. If we encounter this fella, we are toast. But for now, I think we are moving cautiously down here onto this hex. Yeah, let's do that. Again, we moved cautiously, which means we can ignore the, what was it? The circumstance roll. Exactly. And again, the idea is to go after this quest here, the survival quest. But first of all, we have to do our skill checks, and keep in mind the navigate check will automatically succeed because we moved cautiously. And okay, he is still doing really well in respect to his survival roll. So he doesn't need to eat anything. So we can safely hand over some of his things, maybe at least to someone. The others were unfortunately whiffs, but they don't do anything against us. Cool. Next, it's Nymira. And okay, that is not great, but okay, I take it. We still whiffed on the navigate roll, but she was actually able to find some gold. Yeah, I take that. I think these are 2 gold coins, and 2 gold coins could be 4 portions of food, basically. That is great. But yeah, what was more important, she has to eat, unfortunately. So this is gone too. And then, yeah, last but not least, reroll for Elowen. And yeah, she's also running out of food. Okay. She was okay here. That's actually quite helpful. She whiffed on all the others. And again, I keep forgetting what the critical here does. I believe we are getting something out of this. Yeah, exactly. We could get rid of the affliction or heal energy or so. It would be cool if the critical on the survival roll would allow me to gain 1 food portion or so. Alternatively, maybe, honestly, I'm thinking about house rolling that, because as long as you don't need energy and as long as you don't have an affliction, you still should get something out of this, right? Anyway, we have to roll for the circumstance, so let's roll that die, and that's the 5. That's the brainwashed one. I think this is one we can actually get rid of, and we will do that. So we will discard this. We don't look at what it is. It's simply out of here. We are simply bringing in a new one. Accolon's Astrolabe, a treasure. I think overall, anything but the dragon is pretty helpful for us. Wow. Before I do anything else, I will give, I think I will give her 2 food because it doesn't matter. I think I can really exchange these things before combat and anything, however I see fit. So I will hand over 2 food here. Or we do 1 and 1. No, it doesn't matter because they all need 2 food. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's give her 2 food. And now I think it's actually time to go after this encounter here, the quest, the survival. Not sure if I did already read that, but we will do it anyway. A group of elves are studying the river here. It seems the water has been tainted by something dead or undead. Investigate the river with the elves to locate the source and attempt to cleanse it. Every turn you attempt this quest, each hero suffers 1 piercing health damage. I think this already counts for this very first one. Yeah, I think so. At least I will play it. We don't have the sorcerer with us, unfortunately. Otherwise, we could gain it. It's basically a specialized quest for the sorcerer. We don't have the sorcerer with us. So it's a survival roll. Again, we will start with a divine one here. Valor, we need a 4, right? Yes, 4 or lower. No, that's not good enough. Then it's Nymera with a 2. Yeah, no, I think that's that. Ooh, okay, that could be a problem. And then last but not least, we have the 2 here from the summoner, Elowen. And oh, awfully close. She has a 3. So we didn't make it. So we have to get away 1 health point. And I'm using the Arkham Horror health points here. Wow, okay, that was rough. Okay, I assigned the damage. This was super bad. And then we are moving into the Necromancer. The Necromancer is either moving or choosing a new location. So in this case, he doesn't have a location, so we have to roll forward. So wow, directly here to the center of the board. So that's the location. And he's now moving 2 spaces towards that location. There is an exception whenever I think he could get closer to us, or if he's 1 space away from us, basically he would rather go to us and initiate, I think, the final fight. Okay, let's start the next round. As we all have a camping gear, heals 1 health and 1 energy before the movement phase of each game turn. This item only affects 1 hero. I think we can even choose who gets healed, but right now we all need that health point, so we are basically back at full health, which I think might really help us. And I guess for our movement, we are going to camp. You choose not to move this turn. Instead, you spend your time exploring the surrounding countryside. You heal 3 extra health and energy, which is cool, but we are fully healed. Navigate automatically succeed during the skill phase, and you gain a -1 bonus to all skills rolled this turn. This is cumulative if you camp for more than... Oh, wow. So if we stay here longer, we get a -2 then. Cool. Okay then, let's roll for our skills. We have a -1 on all of those. Okay, wow, that is amazing. So he's really doing good. This roll automatically succeeds. We are getting 2 gold out of this. Okay, we found some gold. That is so important in this game until you're leveled up. And we even made it here, so he doesn't have to eat anything. That is so cool. What was the critical on the explore action? Yeah, 1. Oh, basically we all heal some more, but we are fully healed. Cool. Let's do the same down here. We are rolling our dice with a -1 and... Oh, this time, yeah, she made it. She's a star. That is cool. That was important, but she can't find gold for life. But I think this was still important enough. And we have 4 gold. With 4 gold, we can get 8 food, which will... keep us alive for a little bit longer. And then last but not least, it's Elowen. She also has to make her rolls. And okay, I think, yeah, so she has to eat. So far, so good. She did find gold because, again, it's a -1 on these rolls. And I think, do we get the -1 on all skill checks or only doing... No, the navigate automatically succeeds during the skill phase, but the -1 counts for the entirety of the round, basically. So will also help us with our quest. That is so cool. Then let's roll for the circumstance. It's a 2. The young dragon. No, we are for sure everything else would have been nice. I mean, really, me and rolling dice, this is already, it's getting frustrating. So we are discarding this. We are allowed to do that. And it was, yeah, we could avoid... It's wyvern and a wyvern. Oh, they come with food, actually. We can eat this dragon. Yeah, I think we could have eaten the other dragon too, by the way. Interesting. But it's also level 4, which is pretty brutal. But okay, let's go after this quest. We have to suffer 1 piercing damage, which means, yeah, they basically lost all the healing this round. But we still get the -1. Valor has a 4, basically a 5. No, the roll is a -1 on this one. And yeah, awesome. Okay, this was good. We will still roll with the others because of any criticals here. So now we have Nymera. No, unfortunately not. And oh, that's a 2. It's a -1, but I'm relatively certain that this we have to roll the hex naturally. Could be wrong though. That's always how you play these games. A natural 1 and natural 20 is a natural 20. You really have to roll it on the actual die. But we were able to complete this quest. That is amazing. And I think we have to get back to... Ooh, that's a problem. I really wanted to get back to Restwind Dale. We could still make it 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think with Reckless, we could actually move 2 spaces further. And I think then we are safe. He's moving 1, 2 spaces closer here. So I think even if we are moving normally, we could make it. The question is, I think we have to basically get rid of this token here. Let me have a quick look at the Reckless rule. The group moves 2 hexes further. Cool, but the forced march is a long and tiring day. Each hero suffers 2 energy drain. Roll Navigate and choose to roll either Explore or Survival. The other scale automatically fails. Half the group must succeed on their Navigate roll in order to avoid wandering. Okay. We could try that, but if we are wandering off, this would be the problem. So no, I think not. So let's move this fella 1, 2 spaces towards here. 1, 2, 1, 2. So we have some time. We really have some time. Right now it's only a target. It's not fallen yet. We need a talisman, and in order to get a talisman, oh gosh, so many things that can go wrong. Yeah, but it's really a tough game. It really is. So anyway, we will move, and we will move cautiously. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do the skill checks. And I'm not sure, actually. Let's say we fail. Can we automatically give food to basically the one who is failing? I think we can. And if he's now failing, he will hand it. I think it's fine. So let's do the roll. It's a normal roll this time. And I think this was actually cool. Everything succeeded. Ooh, wow. But we would have, I think, the Navigate roll. If we would have moved recklessly, we needed 2 of the heroes to succeed. But that was nice. We found more gold. We didn't wander, we didn't eat the food, so we give over this food now to Elowen, so she should be good. The thing is, I think, are we rolling them simultaneously? That is maybe the thing, but I mean, come on, if someone is carrying food, the other heroes can eat it, right? Yeah, absolutely. Let's not worry about that. But really cool, we have some coins now this round, so we could get some food. So maybe we are back in the game. This was a 7. This was 7, 7, 7. This one here is a little bit off, but I will treat it as much. So she has to eat. She doesn't. She really just once did she find something. It's really frustrating with her. And last but not least, it's Elowen. And ooh, she even made it. Cool, she doesn't have to eat. So far so good. No one is getting hungry. And I believe Robert also mentioned that he may have made cards for those status effects. And I'm wondering, I haven't checked those. That's really on me. If hunger would be one of those, I really have to check those out. Because the less I have to interact with these tri-array sports, the better. But okay, let's roll for the circumstance. We can discard, it's again the 5, but the 5 could be a good one actually. Akalon's Astrolabe. You found an astrolabe bearing the maker's mark of Akalon, the explorer and cartographer. The item is constructed like no astrolabe you've ever seen. I really wonder if they ever seen one. And it is apparent that powerful magic is woven within. While you carry it, you may choose to ignore any wonder results. What? In addition, this item may be used twice per game in order to grant the group an extra movement and event phase. In doing so, the group may move again and complete one event at the new location. This power may be used anytime outside combat. Upon the second use, What? This is amazing! You may choose to ignore any wonder result. What does this mean though? Because wonder happens when we are failing our navigate roll. Are we saying we are not wandering? Does it mean we basically pass every navigate roll actually? Or can we roll again on the roll? That is interesting. I think this one was here actually. Oh, of course I will keep it. I mean, there is no question. Really not sure what this ignore means. And here I have a giant boar. Yeah, giant boar brings some food. And again, that is really great. And I think you need to do some hunting or so for the action for the day. Something like that. I don't know. Food is really a problem. Nothing to do here. So there is, would be basically triggered the, let's call it, not event, it's a circumstance. Event would be something on a quest location here. So we are moving here to him. 1 and 2. Wow, we are moving there, he's moving there. Now it's our turn. We are moving 1-2 spaces cautiously into the city. Because it's a city, we don't roll for the circumstance, so we can immediately interact with it. First things first, we will absolutely cash in this quest here. Everyone gets 1 power-up card. Wow. Let's start with Valor, attack and first mastery. Nice stuff. So basically this and this getting a +1. Again, it may interfere with the stats. I will do those off camera now. And indeed, this value did increase by 1. Cool stuff. Then it's Nymira. Her second mastery will go up to 4, which is the backstab. Again, this kit come all in handy when we are actually doing some fighting. And I think we are even increasing something here. But because so far we didn't fight, and this is a little bit on me, I think I should have gone after these, whoever those were actually, which we did get rid of. I think we should have done that. I think we were in a position to do that. Anyway, I will do the upgrade here. And then last but not least, it's Elowen. Her HEXplore goes up. Keep your eyes open. This would be really nice for Namir, but everyone who's, again, upgrading these skills can be extremely huge. You have seen this, especially survival can really make or break your day. I think, again, it doesn't change any of those stats here, but it will help us to find more gold, right? Cool. Okay then, let's reveal a new quest. Invasion. These are these invasion ones. I think we have 2 actually that are being invaded right now. And this one is this one up here. Yeah, we have to think about getting rid of some of those. Here is, I think, one we have to go after more of these quests. That much is clear so far. Yes, we did increase some of our stats. In some cases, these are even relevant for the fight, which is good, of course. But yeah, I think we are not really, or I am not moving fast enough here. Again, money can be pooled however we want to see fit, but I believe I really want to spend 3 coins here to bring this to level 5. So we have spent some of his coins. Again, I will do that now off camera. And with the remaining coin, I will also buy 2 more units of food. It's still not great. I think he can carry up to 10 units because of his food rating, but I believe this might help us even more. Elowen, it's a bit boring. I will spend 2 coins to buy her 4 food basically. So she's now at her maximum, but she can now survive basically 5 days without any food. This is really bad, but yeah, we can't upgrade twice actually. I was really hoping for the survival skill to go up. Honestly, I do think her card draws weren't particularly lucky. So she's really not our very lucky one in the group. That much is good. So she's basically representing me, it seems. Yeah, and I think down here we have to do the same, right? We are out of food and this only gives her basically 2 days without any food. And she's also not doing well. The question is, should I think we have to do things different. No, I did not spend the 3 coins for the upgrade. No, we need more food. So I will spend the 3 for food instead now. The 3 coins for 6 more food. I think we need more food. We can't really hope for these dice rolls actually. So I think 2 are going here, 2 more are going here, and then 2 more are basically going over to Valor, the Divine One. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, this is a bit underwhelming. So this guy is moving 1-2 spaces further. Almost there. And then, yeah, we are basically moving into the next round. I have to start thinking now, what will I do? Should I go after this quest, which I believe is, what is it? I think it's the 8 one up here, right? Yeah, it should be that. And honestly, this is a very easy one, actually. A writer reports that a halfling weaponsmith has been waylaid and has been reduced to 1/3 of his mercenary force. Travel there and lend a hand. If you faced an encounter the turn you attempt this quest, you save them from a major setback and earn an extra 3 gold each. That is huge. And for a challenge, so we could get, so we don't have to do anything. We have to go there. Sometimes there is stuff, but I think in this case, there's nothing to do with this card. Just go there. For a challenge, we could more or less move him or escort him to hex tile H, which we don't have right now. We haven't found. This is already also kind of a problem, I believe. So maybe that's what we should do. On the other hand, we have also a city here, which is Fane Hill, City of Silver, led by the Council of the Wind. But right now, they are being invaded. And again, I'm not reading these cards straight. Select the first encounter you fight in the open circumstance slots and place it on top of this quest. Yeah, so we should have placed the first one. So I will break it now. So I think the thugs are here. I think we will then... Yeah, I think we will always have enough of those. So they are here attacking Fane Hill, and we have to bring out more encounters. Okay, that's an event. Thieves, I think they are stealing them us. But the next one, we had a second invasion. This is now the Wyvern. They will actually attack the other one at Dragon's Paw. That is somehow even thematic. I like that. And we will bring out a new one, Mangy Wolves. Okay, so overall, I think we are still okay here. And we may really consider to do basically both of these quests in a row. So let's do that. So we are moving the first time, not really cautiously. 1, 2, 3 spaces here. So now we could wander, but again, I don't really know what our Achelan's Astrolab is actually doing here. The item is construct and its parent. You may choose to ignore any wander result. What does it mean? And it actually thinks that I can ignore the wander effect at all. Unless I want to. So there is wandering could work in our favor actually, because sometimes you can move one space further with it, right? So I think I take it. It was a nice treasure. So let's roll for the skills. And yeah, again, we can basically ignore that. Oh, okay. That was the first time basically he missed that roll, I believe. And everything else was a whiff. But again, we can ignore the wander result. Let's do the same for Nymira. And, ooh, wow, she did find something cool. So not here, so she also has to eat. She's at a carrying limit. That's also a problem I have, actually, that you have this carrying limit with food. But anyway, we are getting some gold. Okay, that is lovely. Yeah, I want me some gold for sure. And yeah, we could heal, but there's no one to heal. And one thing I forgot, I did not sign the piercing damage from the former quest, but because we have the camping gear, they would all heal before their movement. So they are all fully healed now anyway. All the rest do not really matter. Yes, we will have to roll for the wandering, but again, it's my understanding we can then ignore this roll basically. Cool, she was able to find food, so we completely whiffed the navigate. We need basically half of our heroes always rounded against our favor, so we would totally wander now, but at least she doesn't have to eat. Cool. So I will roll the die, but I will not use it. We can refer down here, so I think you can just barely see that. So we would move onto this space, but again, because of this Astrolab, we can ignore that. If we are using it to move further for the other ability, then yeah, we might be able to lose, but not wandering, yeah, that is huge, right? I mean, of course. The bigger problem is now this roll here, and this time we can't simply discard. We can still re-roll it with a luck stone. So let's see, that's the hex, and the hex, no, they're in theory really okay cards, and I'm really certain that this is now a terrible one. Raiders, yes, of course. I'm not sure if we can really eat them, but thematically I think they're still carrying some food, right? Okay, that is nice, but level 4 is pretty brutal. Again, keep in mind we are playing on the easy difficulty level, so it's not 16 and 14, it's 5 per heroes. So it's actually 31 health and 29 energy. That is rough. We can flee combat, and we may. Again, I can try to run away right away actually. But anyway, let's fill out the battle mat here. What damage do they do actually? Triple target health. Okay, so they're basically hitting us 3 times. That's basically a group of raiders, right? They're careful not to lose their arc formation. Right, this one here is targeting, I believe, They have to spend energy in order to do that. Group health and navigate. Heroes who fail are blinded. That is not great. And single target health. I think we have to try to run away. Running away is okay because we are getting a -2 on our, I think it's the navigate roll actually. So for Valor, we have to roll a 5 actually in order to do that. And again, we do that now. We are now moving into the declaration. And I don't think we have a chance actually against those guys. But then again, it could be a rather boring playthrough if we are not seeing a single combat because we can die in so many other ways. I think I will try that just to show you some of the stuff again. I may have to replay this game anyway, anytime soon. So let's go through that. So we are now going into the declaration phase. So we are now telling everyone what we are doing. And I think we are starting with Valor. He goes for the Divine Wrath. This costs him 2 energy points. We are immediately spending those. And yeah, I think I will have to mark them down. I think this is where the battle board is coming from. And again, Divine Wrath focuses holy strength and channels it through your foes. It deals health damage equal to the Divine Wrath rank. This is the 4 plus half Divine Channel rank, which is this one up here. And I think I already did the math here. So it's basically dealing 5 points worth of damage. Because our divine, the mastery is at 4, we can heal, I believe, half Avatar Aura, which is 3, which is cool, which is really cool. So I think we have a chance. We have a chance. So yeah, we will do Divine Wrath here, which we can immediately mark down here because it simply does do its damage. Right now, there's nothing. We don't have to roll an attack roll or a defense roll. Yes, there are abilities that will whatever give them shield or whatnot, but right now it's simply pure unadulterated 5 points worth of damage. Yeah, we will have to start somewhere. With Namira, things are a little bit difficult. Normally I would send her treasure hunting. If we would whatever fight easier folks, I think she would rather search some coins, but in this case she will be a team player and she will prepare for her backstab. In order to do the backstab, unfortunately she has to go for an evade the round before, and then this does, I think, at least 11 points worth of damage. So it's 10 plus a die roll, could be 16, and it can explode or hexplode. So with her she can really do an awful lot of damage. So yeah, absolutely she will evade, and evade basically allows her to defend for 4, and we can also trade things around, but right now I think we don't have to do that just yet. Elowen will use her summoning circle, so she has to spend 1 energy to do that. So here are 2 back, and she is now summoning an open encounter. And in this case, we will absolutely summon the giant boar, which we will then roll. I believe this also happens then in the resolution phase. So we will have to roll for the giant boar, and that giant boar will do damage for that. There are some more things. Some stuff could happen if we're already at rank 6, which we are actually. Yes, we are. Now, what does it change? At rank 6, your summon rolls a 6-sided die as extra damage. Oh, wow. Oh, that is cool. Okay, that is cool. So maybe we do have a chance and this die can explode. That is so cool. Absolutely. So yeah, I think we have done our stuff, and only now will we get to know what those raiders will be doing. That's a 3, which I believe is this down here. So they have to spend 3 energy in order to do that, and it's group health and navigate. That was the one I was really worried about. Group health is already pretty bad actually. It's really bad. So we are now suffering. Every one of us will suffer 5 points worth of damage, and we all have to roll our navigate roll, and we suck at this. And heroes who fail are blinded, and this is where we need the status cards for. I really have to print them out for sure. Yeah, that is not pretty actually, but we will do that now. Basically, I think this all happens now in the so-called resolution phase, but I believe we can safely do the navigate roll here for now. That's 2. Okay, he's not blinded. I'm relatively certain she will be blinded. I think I have to mark it down here somewhere. Let's do a B. I have to check what blinded actually does. It can't be good. And similarly over here, she also didn't make it, so she's also blinded. I hate it. And the status effects are actually on the backside of the battle board. This is really not helpful actually. Blinded heroes must succeed on a navigate roll during the declaration phase of each round in order to act normally. If it fails, ability ends half this round. Okay, it's not great, but I think we might be able to sort it out. Now things are getting a little bit tricky because Valor is now taking 5 points worth of damage, which would be pretty brutal. But because he used the Divine Wrath, it was Divine Wrath, yeah, exactly. And he was using it on level 4. Basically, half Avatar Aura, health and energy would be now healed. And the way how this works is now, so we are not taking 5 points worth of damage and then healing up. No, it's basically counterbalanced. So they are equaling each other out, which means the 3 we are healing. So we basically have to take 2 points worth of damage only. But we will get the energy also back because of the Divine Wrath here, right? You also heal half Avatar Aura, health and energy. Yes, indeed. That is really cool. And at rank 7, that is really even cooler. You may transfer this healing to one ally. That is so cool. So let's do our stuff first, because we have to suffer it anyway. We did evade, which means we are only taking 1 point of damage. So that's basically our defense rank. So 1 point of damage for her, which is, I think, okay, we can manage. But now because she evaded, we will be able to use our backstab. Cool. The giant boar will also take 5 points worth of damage. I will simply place them here. And ooh, she's almost dead. That could become a problem actually because of the group health. Yeah, that's really the problem. But I think apart from that, she is doing okay right now. Does she have some healing? Maybe through the invocation. I have to think this through. Anyway, this was basically all the damage that we have taken, everyone, but I think Elowen is doing okay, I suppose. And now we are doing our damage. Let's start with a giant boar. First of all, we will roll for his behavior. That's a 5. A 5. Group health, the boar tramples to group. All healing effects are halved next round. Basically, if they heal, it's half. But it will do 5 points worth of damage natively. So I will mark it down on the battle board. But because we are now doing the, was it a summoning circle? Yeah, exactly. Summons rolls a 6-sided die as extra damage. Let's do that. Oh, gosh. And that is, of course, only a 1. That is really not great. But I think this is all the damage that we were doing. So this group of raiders is basically down to 20 life points here. Because we did 11. 5 from Divine Wrath, from Valor, 5 from the boar, plus the extra damage here. This could have exploded. In theory, we could have killed the group of raiders here. Wow. Okay, that was rough. Now we go into the declaration phase of the next round. We need to inflict 20 points more damage. But okay, we have to do our navigate roll first because we are all blinded here, right? So yeah, let's see. That's definitely not good enough. So she's still blinded, which means her stuff is halved, I believe. All of her okay, that could change things actually, because then we are not doing enough damage, right? That's the problem. And Elowen, she also didn't make it. Yeah, that is terrible. So I think, yeah, we have to run away. This blinding was really bad. Yeah, we have to run away. We have to run away now. So it's basically, so we are all declaring to run. So it's a 5 for him. Okay, Divine One made it. He's out of here. I will place him on the battle mat to show him he's out. Down here we need a 3. Wow, awesome. Okay, that was even. Okay, she's also, okay, this could now really mean that she dies. She has to roll a 6 actually. It's a -2. Okay, we all made it out of here. Okay, that was really, really important. But without the blinding, I think we would have stood a chance. And I'm not sure what happens to those, to this boar here, basically. I think it's actually discarded. I don't think it goes back to the row. Let me know if the summon goes back into the row or not. But I'm relatively certain that those raiders, these are out of here. Okay, this was brutal. truly brutal. But at least we did do some damage, and I was somewhat able to show you some of the combat stuff. Yeah, that was basically only the circumstance card. Exactly. But now we actually come here to the quest. Yeah, a rider report that a halfling weaponsmith. If you faced an encounter the turn you attempt this quest, we did absolutely face an encounter. We get 3 extra gold each. You save them. So we basically, I don't know thematically how this works. Wow, gold each. I think we are assigning these 3 gold right now to everyone. Could be wrong though. That is cool. We have to do some healing. Unfortunately, we are not getting anything. We are not going for the challenge. And I think down here we get an extra 3 gold actually for this. This quest was really good, but we have to cash it in first. So this quest has also been resolved, and I think 1, 2, 3, yeah, we could make it to this city, and maybe we stand a chance against those thugs here, but those thugs I just noticed will be dangerous, so we're going into the next level. So these guys will be also relatively brutal actually, but yeah, let's see how things go from here. And then I think last but not least, this guy will make it here, so this will fall. Restwind Dale, and next round the Dead King will find a new location, and he's now moving at a speed of 3. Always a base speed of 1 plus 1 per city that has fallen. Okay, this was a pretty messy episode actually, and I'm thinking about using the health potion now. Heal 3 health and energy. Maybe, yeah, I think I will give it to Elowen. She will not fully heal, but at least get her some of her life points back, so this drink is out, and I think she will also regain 1 more energy. Exactly, so let's quickly do that here. I think you couldn't really see that, but she, at least energy wise, she is now fully healed, and we use it, or we can use this outside of combat anytime, I believe. And yeah, for today I think I will call it. So we were able to find some coins because of this quest. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but before I can spend it, I have to make it to the city here anyway. And again, we have to fight them on the moderate level, so it's plus 10 and plus 2 damage. Actually, okay, that could become a problem actually. And yeah, with that being said, I think I will do at least 1 more episode. Things are really looking great. I mean, this guy will now choose a new target. And worst thing would be that he's now moving towards our city here. It's not unlikely actually, because he will never return to cities that have already fallen. So really no clue how to do that actually. But yeah, let's see how things go. Anyway, hope to see you soon in one of my other videos. And yeah, until then, bye bye.